I grew up believing that family was everything. My younger brother, Adil, was my closest friend. We did everything together, from sharing toys as kids to building dreams as adults. I thought I could trust him with my life. And when I married Sana, I believed I had finally built the perfect world. For 5 years, I worked hard to provide for my wife. I started a small business, pulling all-nighters, chasing clients, and saving every rupee I earned. Sana never had to worry about a thing. We lived comfortably, and I thought she was happy. Adil would visit often, and since he was struggling financially, I even lent him money multiple times. But I didn't know that behind my back, the two people I trusted most were slowly destroying me. The first signs were subtle. Sana started, acting distant, always on her phone, whispering late at night. She became colder in bed, more critical of me, constantly comparing me to other successful men. I brushed it off, thinking she was stressed, and I kept working harder, believing money would fix everything. Then came the night that shattered my world. I came home early from a client meeting, excited to surprise Sana with her favorite dessert. As I walked upstairs, I heard muffled voices coming from our bedroom. I froze, my chest tightening, and carefully pushed the door open just enough to see inside. There she was. Sana. In our bed. With Adil. I can't describe what I felt at that moment. My entire body went numb, my heart pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. I didn't confront them. I didn't scream. I quietly closed the door, walked out of the house and sat in my car for an hour, shaking uncontrollably. That night, I didn't sleep. I replayed every memory, every smile, every word, trying to understand how I had missed the signs. The next day, I confronted Sana calmly. "Tell me the truth," I said. She denied it, of course. But when I mentioned Adil's name, her face went pale and she collapsed into tears, begging me not to ruin the family. I thought my parents would support me, but when I went to them, my mom's words cut deeper than the betrayal itself. "Beta," she said coldly, "Sana needs stability, and Adil is more ambitious than you. Maybe this is for the best." I couldn't believe it. My own mother, siding with my cheating wife and my treacherous brother. That was the moment I decided revenge wasn't just an option. It was my mission. Over the next 6 months, I rebuilt myself. I expanded my business, took calculated risks, and landed 3 massive contracts that doubled my income. While everyone thought I was spiraling, I was quietly laying the groundwork for payback. I hired a private investigator and collected everything: hotel receipts, chat logs, photos, videos, everything they thought they had hidden. I found out they had been seeing each other for over a year, using the money I had given Adil to fund their secret getaways. Then I executed my plan. Sana's birthday was approaching, and she wanted a big celebration. I agreed and rented a hall, inviting family and friends. On the night of the party, right before cutting the cake, I stood up and said, "I have a surprise for you, Sana." The lights dimmed, and on the giant projector I played a video compilation, messages, photos, and recordings of her and Adil together. Gasps filled the room. Sana froze, Adil turned pale, and my mother sat in stunned silence. When the video ended, I calmly placed divorce papers in front of Sana and said, "Happy birthday." The hall erupted in whispers. Sana ran out crying, Adil followed her, and my mother screamed at me for humiliating them. But I wasn't done yet. Using the evidence I had gathered, I filed a lawsuit against Adil for embezzlement because some of the money he borrowed from me was linked to fraudulent business deals in my name. He thought I wouldn't find out, but I traced every transaction. Within months, Adil was drowning in debt, his accounts frozen, his reputation ruined. As for Sana, I exposed her to her entire family, who disowned her for disgracing them publicly. With no money, no support, and no reputation, she ended up moving into a tiny rented apartment. My mother tried to guilt-trip me, saying I destroyed the family. I told her, "No, Mom. They destroyed me first. I just returned the favor." 2 years later, I am thriving. My business is bigger than ever, I travel the world, and I've built a life I'm proud of. Adil works a minimum wage job now, Sana lives alone, and my mother refuses to speak to me because I refuse to forgive. But I sleep peacefully Because sometimes forgiveness isn't strength. Sometimes revenge is justice.